Hello YouTube, pipe community and others. Um, it is April 30th, roughly around 3:30 p.m. and I have taken the weekend to try something different. And that would be, there we go, bugler tobacco. There was an option between the pouch and this 4-ounce tin, and it says on the tin Turkish and blended cigarette tobacco. I got this from Walmart. The reason being that my mixture 79 that I have been using is close to being gone. So I needed to find another option or a way to stretch it out. And what I'm actually doing is taking a portion of this and mixing it with the mixture 79, and the two complement each other. But we'll get to that. For a quick rundown of Bugler, and mentally, for whatever reason, I always want to call it Bugler, but I'm guessing that Bugler is the proper way to say it. And on the tin it says the Bugler has long represented pride and dependability, solid values that remain important today. That's why a Bugler has been the traditional symbol for the quality and consistency of our fine smoking tobacco since 1932. Today we are proud that the Bugler continues to stand for the quality of our traditional Turkish and blended cigarette tobacco. Bugler Original. And then it gives you their website to find special offers. I haven't gone to that yet. But the tobacco is, it seems to be a Virginia Burley mixture, and tobaccoreviews.com says the same. The cut is rather shaggy. As you can tell, it's pretty dry when you first get it, and kind of looks like when I first saw it, it kind of, to me, looked like eraser shavings or fine wood shavings. There isn't much complexity to the smoke. It does tend to burn quick and run hot. If you sip on it, then of course you don't have a problem with it burning as hot. And there is a slight, to me, it smells like citrus aroma of the tobacco itself when you first open the seal or pouch or what have you. It kind of has that Virginia citrus aroma. Some people on tobaccoreviews.com said that it was there was a chemical smell, and while smoking it, they picked up on a chemical. I don't get that. Of course, I also mix it with Mixture 79, as I said, so that makes the burn time a little better. It doesn't burn as fast. The dryness of this tobacco with the moisture level of the Mixture 79, if you don't let it dry out, they balance everything. So you can put it right in, light it up, and there you go. It doesn't really have a room note aside from that typical, not cigarette aroma, but the typical somebody smoking something. On tobaccoreviews.com, they said that the people that tried to smoke it as a cigarette, because when you first get this, they give you rolling papers inside the tin. So if you wanted to roll your own cigarette, you could do that. Though people on the website had said that it was a horrible cigarette. One person said that it wasn't cut properly to be a cigarette, that it took multiple papers and it made it look like a joint. So they said the cut was more for pipe smoking. I got this at Walmart, and sadly, in Florida, my area of Florida, the only option was a small pouch of Prince Albert or Bugler. And in the back of my head, I just heard Gribbley saying that it would be like sweeping the floor and smoking it in your pipe if I got the Prince Albert. Also, the pouch was rather small. It was roughly 1.5 ounces as the normal pouch size, so I opted for the extra few ounces. It's not a bad tobacco in my opinion, although it does once again lean towards the Conjurly over-the-counter blend. But yeah, I'll probably get more of it, maybe a pouch next time, so it's not so much to spend at once. There it is again. I think they have a green also. The blue is the original. The green, I think, is menthol. They didn't have it at the store when I went to get it, but they, I think, have that as well. So that's that. I've smoked it in corncob and briar, and there doesn't seem to be a flavor difference. It doesn't ghost out any of the pipes that I've used it in. So there's that going for it. And yeah, that's Bugler tobacco. I've been smoking it all weekend. In fact, I had some a little earlier today, and um, it's good. I guess the only way to describe it is a good codger blend. Some of us don't want to be codgers, or that has a negative um, connotation to it, but I like it. Also, I've been seeing a lot of new names pop up on the computer saying that there's been an added subscriber for the new people. Hi. This is a wild ride that you're on. I tend to rant and ramble and in some cases talk about nothing more than tobacco or my current situation. Which reminds me, for any of the people that were interested in the hobo show that I had made, there's actually a way to make or turn paper into a fuel source other than just putting paper on the fire. And there's a way where you shred the paper, and then I use a PVC portion that I have cut. One's small and one's a little bit bigger, and they make little paper briquettes. I normally break them down to the size, and this is all just wadded paper put into the tube to make the shape, and then you let it dry outside for however long needed, depending on the humidity and such. Being in Florida with the past however long, being in the 80s, it normally takes maybe a day or two to dry out entirely. And I have made an unbelievable amount of these. This is actually a jar that I put some in. And then there I have a oatmeal container that's about yay big filled with them. I have a small little dollar store tote that's filled with them. I have 2 bags that are filled with them. So yeah, I've made a lot of them. And normally how it's used, or how it's used efficiently, is you have your fire set. You do the basically you have it going, and it already has wood that's burning. Instead of adding wood to the fire, you add however many of those that you want, and it helps if you don't have a lot of wood for the fire, or you have a way to possibly get wood or anything like that. It is interesting because you can go to Amazon.com and they have presses that form the paper into like a rectangular shape, thick probably an inch or two thick, and it's basically a paper brick. Well, those presses, they have one that's a singular brick, or you can get one that does 4 at a time. And those are rather expensive for me because I have no way of purchasing except for cash right now, so or gift card. So I had to think up a different way, and there are several ways to make these. If you're wanting a square or rectangular brick shape, there's ways that you can make a wooden jig and have a weight that you can push down on, or put something on it that you can sit on, or they have various sizes that you can make. There's people that use these in their wood stove, their fireplace at home, so it's not just for like a little camping situation or what have you. Yeah. So as you can tell, my train of thought is kind of missing some of its tracks. The medication I'm on causes me to lose my thought a little bit faster than usual. I had someone say recently that I seem like I'm getting senile, and I'm not old enough for that. It's possible that that might be part of it, but I think mostly it's because of bills. Let me see. Talked about that. Yeah. So in another way of getting things to burn, you can take your used, once you've used all of your toilet paper, you save the roll, and then you use either the toilet paper rolls, or I have a couple of paper towel rolls, and you fold up and you cram them in the one that's empty. And what you can do once you can't fit any more in here, you put candle wax on, you pour it on top and it fills, and then you can use this as a candle, or you can use this directly in the fire or something like that. So it's rather interesting when you find different ways to do all of this, and then you look around and see that people are taking what they have for granted as the normal way of doing things. You wake up without thought, you go into the bathroom, you do everything you're gonna do in there. You flip on the light, not thinking that one day you'll use the switch and nothing happens. Without fail, you go into the kitchen, you start up the coffee pot or start making your breakfast, and without consciously, maybe subconsciously, you realize it, but consciously, it's become a kind of a second nature to just do these things without thinking about, well, am I wasting electricity by making this and not consolidating the use or what have you. One thing that I am going to try to find is a French press coffee maker. That way I can eliminate using paper filters, and when I boil water for oatmeal, I can also use that same water to put in the French press. So that will be a way of not using as much electric. It's just little things that one can do. At nighttime, when the sun goes down, I tend not to use any lights. I tend to, if I'm on the computer, I sit in an empty room and do what I'm doing in the dark. There's the light of the computer to light up enough to where I can see everything, but I don't have a lamp on. Yeah, now just rambling to ramble. Yeah. Sorry. The new subscribers, thank you. There's a couple that I know from Facebook, but there are many that have subscribed that I don't know. So welcome to you, and thank you. I'm not sure where this is going on a daily basis. So until I figure out what needs to be said, I'll talk to you all next time. Everybody stay safe. Everybody stay well. Until next time.